everyone, welcome to my class. Today we will learn about active and passive voice. It's of two types. One is active voice, other is a passive voice. In active voice, subject is the doer of action, but in passive voice, emphasis is on the object. But one thing you have to keep in mind that only the transitive sentences can be changed into passive voice. Means the verb should always be followed by an object. Okay, there are some rules for changing active voice into the passive voice. The object of the verb becomes the subject and the subject becomes the object. You always have to keep in mind subject becomes the object and object becomes the subject. If the subject or the object in an active voice sentence is a pronoun, it changes its form. Means if there is he in the subject, then it will change into him in the object in the passive voice. Now let's start. We will just go tense wise. Let's start with our learning. And first we will take the present tense. In the simple present tense, in the active case, what we use is the first form of the verb. For example, I do my homework, and it will change into my homework is done. My homework is the object here. An object has been taken first in the passive voice, and then we have used the first form of be, the present form of be, and the third form of the main verb. We always have to use the third form of the main verb. But there is one more condition. You have to use by, and then that by is followed by an object. But in some cases, we don't use by. If the subject in the active voice sentence is unknown or unimportant or obvious, by plus object is omitted from the sentence. In this sentence, I do my homework. Here, he himself is doing his homework. Then there is no need to tell who is doing whose homework. If there is a sentence, he does my homework. My homework is done by him because he is doing my homework. Here doer is different. Then we have to use the objective pronoun here. Let's move to the next. That is the present continuous tense. In the present continuous tense, in the active form, we use ismr plus first form plus ing. I have taken an example. I am doing my homework. Now let's change it into passive voice. My homework is being done. What new thing we have used here is being. Being has been used here. We always have to use the third form in the passive voice. Here helping verb was already there. Therefore we have not added anything. We have added only being in this. Okay, let's move to the next. That is past simple. Here the example is I did my homework. What we do in the active sentences? In the active sentences, we use the second form of the verb. I have used the second form did, do, did, done. It is the second form. And while changing it into passive voice, what we will do? We have to use the past form of be plus the third form of the main verb. Here the main verb is did. My homework, we have taken the object first. My homework was done. We have to use was here, was or were. If the subject in the passive form is singular, then we will use was. If it is plural, then we have to use were. Now comes the past continuous. In the active sentence, everybody knows about the tense. We use was and were plus first form plus ing. Here is an example. I was doing my homework. Now let's change it into passive voice. My homework was being done. Wherever you find ing with the main verb, what you have to do, you have to add being from your side in the sentence. Object will come first. We have taken the object first. My homework, as it is helping verb was or were. If my homework would have been a plural word, then we would have used were. But it is a singular, we have used was. My homework was being. There is ing with the verb, therefore we have used being, and the third form of the main verb, past participle of the main verb, that is done. Do, did, done. Now comes the present perfect tense. Let's take an example. I have done my homework. It is in the active voice, and let's change it into passive voice. We will take the object first, my homework, and similarly, because we already have the helping verb there, my homework has, because my homework is singular, we will use the singular verb here, has been done. What we have added here is been. Whenever you find has, have, had in a sentence, you have to add been from your side. Okay, the next is the past perfect. In example, I had done my homework. My homework had been done. As I already told you, if you find has, have, had in the sentence, you have to add been from your side. Similarly, object will come first, then comes the helping verb, then been, then the third form. And the next is the future simple. In the future tense, we use will. Simple future tense, we use will, shall plus first form of the verb. Let's take an example. I will do my homework. My homework will be taken first in the passive form. My homework will be done. Now you are noticing what is the change in this? We have used be. Whenever you find will, shall, you have to add be from your side. Third form is always used in the passive verbs. Passive tense. Future be going to. This is something new for you. I am going to do my homework. And here again you have to take the object first. My homework is going to be done. Now comes the modals. You have read. Everybody knows about the modal. Can, could, may, might, shall, should. These all are modals. I must do my homework. This is an example. I must do my homework. Now let's take the object first. My homework must be done. Must be done. I have added be with the modal. With every modal you have to use be. Now comes the modal perfect. I should have done my work. I should have done my work. Now how we will change it? My homework should have been done. We have added been from our side. Similarly with the future perfect tense, we add been from our side. Here is a complete chart of how we changed active voice into the passive voice. I hope that you must have understood that. If you were not able to understand anything, you can just write to me, you can just WhatsApp me, you can write in the comment box.